What is up, people? Welcome back to a brand new video on this YouTube channel. Today we're diving right back into Legends League with this Root Rider army right here, with of course the Rage Gem and the Healing Tome on the Warden. Today I'm really going to try and over-explain my thought process when I'm attacking bases, my hero timings, for example, when am I placing down my Queen, when am I placing down my King, when I'm placing down my first Overgrowth, etc. And hopefully you guys can learn something from this video and apply the learning to your own attacks and hopefully improve. So without further ado, let's get into the first attack of the day. Okay, so first hit of the day, we have ourselves an Invis base. Now the number one thing I'm noticing here is that the Fire Splitters are of course facing outward that way. So what am I going to do? Probably not enter this side of the base because I kind of want to avoid those rage spells. So I kind of want to have my Root Rider's path something like this through the base, and we're going to end on the rage tower. So for that, I'm going to need to Spirit Walk this area over here. I think I'll probably use my first Overgrowth on the Town Hall, and I don't think it's going to be worth me using my Skelly spell Invis trick here to trigger that the Invis tower, because there is only the Town Hall there and it's not that scary by itself. It can be scary over time, but I think in theory, if I maybe just Overgrowth just the Invis tower, maybe my RC or something would actually path inward and take it down for me. Now, I'm not sure if that would work, but so far this Spirit Walk is going really, really clean. I'm going to keep going with the single cycle. I'm not seeing a whole lot of scary defenses in this area. For example, if the Mono was here or the Crush and Mortar was here, I would be pretty scared. And obviously, would want to go to another side. Looks like we lure all the CC, which can be great news for me. And we can start up the Queen at this point now. So cool. Oh man, I just had my Cocoa Pops this morning, so they're still settling in my stomach. Oh, I meant to put down Ice Golem, not a Root Rider. That is my fault, obviously. Hopefully it doesn't make that big of a deal. I assume it's not going to. So I put my Queen down, letting her form the initial funnel. Then I'm putting my King in to kind of continue the funnel effectively. I'm going to go for the first Overgrowth now. Notice how I'm just catching that Invis tower so that things can go in, take that Town Hall down without that Invis tower being an Invis tower effectively. And so we're looking great at the moment. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why are my healers so low on health? The number one thing here is I'm going to use the Healing Tome because the healers are really, really, really important to this attack. And without the healers, it's going to be a lot harder for me to triple, but we are looking okay now. No idea how that happened. I think I just looked away for about 5 seconds and I missed it, but regardless, we are looking okay. I'm going to go for the Overgrowth on the entire Rage Tower here because that is a ton of scary damage. Going to pop the RC ability as she is walking into a bunch of damage, and the King is trying to snipe my RC, but he's not going to be successful, unfortunately. We'll pop the Queen ability and make sure there isn't any Troll Tesla, because if you guys watched my video, it would have been 2 days ago for you guys. Had a 99% time fail. It was probably the closest attack I've ever had. Anyways, you can see we're running in to this final Overgrowth where we can freeze the Crush and Mortar, and this one is completely and utterly smashed. So very happy with this attack. Very simple here. Nothing too advanced happening in this attack. Let's get into the next hit of the day. Alright, next attack of the day, we have ourselves a nice Rage base. So I'm going to enter into the Town Hall for this one, and I'm going to use my Overgrowth spells to kind of take down this Rage Tower in sections. It'll be more obvious when I actually do it in the attack, but in order to do that, I want to get a path into the Town Hall, and in order to do that, I need to get a Spirit Walk on either one of these sides of the base. So I think I'm going to go from this top 12 o'clock side here. Hopefully we can get the scatter shot down, otherwise we might be in a bit of trouble. I may use a Invis spell here to redirect her and make sure we do get that scatter shot down, otherwise my Root Riders could split after taking down the Town Hall. And of course, we don't want our Root Riders to split. We want our Root Riders to stay nice and compact, making sure that the healers are doing the splash damage on the Root Riders. And all is good. Let's see though, we're looking great at the moment. I think we'll just let this Queen die, and we'll recall now at this point. Again, going to be starting on my Queen. I need to be careful of that air defense there because, well, in case you guys didn't know, air defenses can target the Sneezy. And obviously, if you lose a Sneezy, you're going to lose out on a lot of power at the start of the attack. So I'm going to just place her nice and safe off to the side here. And I'm going to go for the first overgrowth now, like so. Things are looking okay at the moment. We're getting a mini split of root riders where a couple have gone to one side and a couple have gone to the other side, which is perfectly fine. It's not that big of a deal. I started up my king a little bit too early, so what you're going to notice is my king is going to run into some trouble. But hopefully it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I think we can use the Skelly spell to support him. And the first overgrowth should wear off pretty soon, I do believe. So I'm going to go for the second overgrowth on this entire rage tower here. And I'm going to be very, very careful here because you boys know it. Crushing water is just ridiculous. I'm not even going to risk it. I'm going to freeze it, honestly. There is just no way I'm taking any risks with that crushing water. And if you guys have gone up against crushing water before, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. That thing is completely bonkers. However, we don't have any more spells to keep the RC alive, so she may be in a bit of trouble in a moment here. Should be okay though. She is just kind of like leading the charge, which is not exactly ideal. We're going to get some super buffs over here, get the cleanup going, and as you can see, once again, probably could have swagged the queen ability and the king ability, but this one is completely smashed. All of our heroes alive. Not sure we even lost one single root rider, so really happy with our attacks so far today. Again, nothing complex going on in this attack. I just took down the rage tower in sections, and you know, the second rage tower, I was right on top of it when it triggered, which means that I was able to take it down nice and quick, and it wasn't able to do a ton of damage on my root riders. So let's get into the next hit of the day. Okay, next attack of the day, we have ourselves a rage base. Also, make sure to join my Discord, link in the description of this video. We're going to have free base on there already, and hopefully a lot of other cool stuff. Anyways, we have a hook tower in the core here, so we need to use our overgrowth spells to kind of work around it. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try and enter into this town hall. Now, it may be quite tricky to do this. This base looks slightly wonky. It's not a traditional double rage ring base, definitely. And I do expect there'll be a couple of bait or some bait ahead of this mono, which is absolutely fine. There's not actually a whole lot of space for bait. And as long as I get the mono down, I'm looking really, really good here. The Nado barely actually did anything, so we're looking great. I almost hope she goes back and grabs the Expo, otherwise I'm going to recall. Okay, I think we're going to lose the Fox here, which may be, yeah, a little bit unfortunate, but I think we're okay still. Oh, okay, I meant to place down an Invis spell, but I accidentally placed down my recall, which probably was a good idea. I don't know. Look, we're going to go right into this town hall. We need to be very careful because the two heroes at the start here, the Minion Prince and the, what's the other guy called? The King. The King and the Minion Prince are very, very scary combo. I'm sure you guys already know that. And the hook tower, how did it just lure that? That's actually good for me though. That means we can get the, the furnace lured. As you can see, we're looking okay at the moment. I'm a bit worried about my root riders just running a little bit too far ahead and that Giga Bomb hitting me. I think we should be a-okay. King is getting a little bit eager. I'm going to try and support him with a Skelly spell, and I'm going to go for the ward ability as we approach this rage tower because it is going to be quite an annoyance. Let's pop the RC ability now. Hopefully something will go in and grab that hook tower. Yes, it will. Thank you very much. Let's pop the queen ability now. Make sure she's getting healed up, and make sure that giant is getting in the action as well. Looks like we've got a bunch of Teslas down at this 3 o'clock side of the base, which is perfectly fine. And unfortunately, we do lose all of the healers. I don't know how I managed to get baited with the healers there. That's pretty crazy, but fair play to him. I literally can't even remember the last time that my healers got baited. Oh, we lost the king ability already, but that's not that big of a deal, as you can see. This one is going to be a 3-star, unless I've just jinxed myself. Right, I mean, we have the giant there. The RC is invisible. I think the fire spitter should stay distracted, hopefully. Things are getting close. Things are getting close. And that is obviously not great. Maybe can somebody go in, maybe target the fire spitter, maybe please, somebody? Okay, so the main issue here was... Oh, actually, are we in a bit of trouble? No, we are going to get it, but it's close. The main issue here was the healers getting baited at the end there. As soon as you lose the healers, you lose a lot of power. But as you can see, it was really close, surprisingly. Which is unfortunate. I'm not really too sure what happened there. Definitely, the rage tower hit me quite hard. And then when I lost the healers, my root riders just didn't get healed back up to full health. And they kind of got really easily picked off by that final rage tower. But nonetheless, it was a 3-star. So let's get into the next attack of the day. Okay, diving right back in then, we have ourselves another double rage setup. This time, it is a symmetrical, what I would call a normal looking base. And I think I'm going to go for a slightly ambitious spirit walk into the Monolith. I may get fully baited, and if I do, it might be a bit tricky to take this one down. But I think this is the best option for the spirit walk. There's not actually a whole lot of options. And you can see there is a ton of empty space on the outside of the base. So I'm just going to put down my 2 archers. They can very, very slowly clear all of these trash buildings by themselves. They have 3 minutes to do it. And in theory, they should be able to do so. And looks like it's going to be an annoying Tesla, which is going to lure me slightly outward. And the Mono does get a shot off on my Fox. So for that reason, I'm going to go for a double cycle at this point. And as long as I get the Expo down, we should be looking okay. I'm not sure we'll be able to get the Inferno Tower down. I think I'm going to sacrifice the Fox to do it, just to make sure that funnel is properly set. And actually, the Fox is able to stay alive. So I'm going to actually go into the Rage Tower here. I'm going to cover, take down some of those buildings there nice and early, because they are quite scary. The trash buildings. We don't want our Valks walking. We want everything to kind of go forward together as one, and all the rest of it. Looks like there is some red bombs there, which is perfectly fine by me. We're looking okay at the moment. Unfortunately, that Expo does somehow lock onto my Queen, which obviously isn't that ideal. But it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Things are happening very, very fast. So I'm going to pop the Queen ability because I'm scared. Let's go for the first overgrowth on the Town Hall. Admittedly, that was quite late, but I still think we're looking okay. It needs to be very careful of this Crushing Mortar. Just because it's maxed out doesn't mean it's not going to be able to do a ton of damage. But luckily, it doesn't even target my Root Riders, which is great news for me. So I'm going to pop the Warden ability at this point. Get some tanking in there. Pop the RC ability, and that is perfect. We can overgrowth this entire Rage Tower. And then, of course, that means we won't have to deal with the Rage damage when the overgrowth wears off. I'm going to actually wait for that Queen to go down. We're going to use our Headhunters as cleanup, as opposed to taking down that Queen. And RC is doing RC things, running into a bunch of damage and trying to die. And, of course, the Warden lining himself right up for the second overgrowth to wear off. And right now, yeah, as you can see, the Warden is probably going to go down. Great job there, Warden. That is perfect. Pop King ability now, get through everything nice and quick. And as you can see, this one is completely smashed. I think I got through off by the other base. It was slightly weird, but nonetheless, this one was a 3-star, completely crushed. Let's get into the next one. All right then, next attack of the day is a double rage ring setup again. Oh, I'm tired, boss. I'm tired. Can we get some fun, exciting new base meta, please? I feel like I've been attacking this style of base for 3 months now, or 2 months. Anyways, I'm going to go... Oh, I didn't even see that. That's actually useful for me. I'm going to go into this fire splitter area here. Hopefully we don't get pulled over to that Rage Tower. That would really be bad. So I think I'm just going to play things safe and... RC, please. Thank you. Okay, took some damage there. And, of course, we run right into a giant bait, which is fantastic. As long as we get this Expo down, though, we should be fine to enter with the Root Riders into these fire spitters. I need to be very, very careful here, because that is a lot of damage right at the start, especially with the CC building there. Those ice golems are going to hit me very, very hard. So I need to be awfully careful at the start here to not get overwhelmed. And obviously my RC is trying her best to die. Things are looking okay, though. We are getting through it nice and fast. First overgrowth can go down now. Expo locks onto my Queen. Leave my Queen alone, Expo. Thank you. Need to keep an eye on that RC. The Furnace is ticking her down, which obviously isn't ideal for me, but we're looking okay. King is getting very, very eager to die, and so is my RC, so I'm going to kind of support them a little bit. I'm going to pop the Warden ability now, and also the King ability, because otherwise he is going to be in a lot of trouble. Things are looking okay, though. We're looking okay. Let's get some super barbs in, try and support this King. Minion Prince raged up is obviously not ideal. And I'm going to pop the Queen ability now, because there is quite a significant amount of damage. RC is... Oh, perfect. The Rage Tower triggers. So, again, overgrowth on that Rage Tower. We won't have to deal with any of the benefits of that Rage Tower later into the attack. Apprentice Warden is trying his best to go down, and I think he's going to be successful there. But as you can see, we've got spells to support us into this back end, as well as a freeze. Sorry, we got an Invis spell and a freeze spell. No hero abilities, but we do have the Giant, of course. And RC is going to go down because she kind of just ran out of the Invis spell. Great work, RC. Great work. Anyways, as you can see, we'll freeze this Ricochet Cannon Inferno Tower combo. And although this one is going to get slightly tight, I think the Warden may even go down because he is really trying his best here to do so. But yeah, no, this one is completely smashed. Unfortunately, RC did go down, but it doesn't matter. As I said, this one's smashed. Very happy with this attack. Please not another double rage ring base. Let's get right into it. Okay, next hit of the day. Finally, not a double rage ring base. This time we have a double poison ring base. And my buddy Jar, I remember, he tripled this in hard mode. He went into one of these poison towers with his RC charge. I think there were some baits there. And oh my god. My Cocoa Pops are still... I still have not settled yet. I probably ate them a bit too fast or some shit. Anyways, let's go into this poison tower here. Things are looking good at the moment. I kind of want to avoid that poison tower if I can. I obviously want to get it down. But at the same time, I do want to avoid the effect of it. And we're looking absolutely picture perfect right now. I'm going to try and get down this build hut because obviously that will just help me secure the path even stronger. We're going to go into the back of these fire spitters here, and we should be able to avoid both of them, which is great. I think actually Jar went something like this with his overgrowth spell from memory. So I'm just going to copy what he did effectively. There's no thought here. I'm just kind of copying what he did. I think this worked out really well. Obviously tripled in hard mode, and hard mode is not easy. Unfortunately, my king looks like he's going to go in, but when you look at the base, there's not actually a lot of stuff on the outside to funnel, so I think I'm okay with that. First overgrowth should wear off any second now. RC is kind of running ahead, so oh yeah, things are splitting up a little bit, which obviously isn't ideal. Let's go for our second overgrowth like this, and yeah, things are splitting up. RC is really not doing a great job at just chilling back a little bit, even though I have used the ability. RC, could you chill out please and not run into the Nado and this Ricochet Cannon and all the rest of it? Thank you. Okay, we're looking okay though. We'll pop Queen ability now, get that giant in the game. No point waiting around for it. And yeah, there's just no way this base is going to defend. The back end isn't actually that heavy, and so we'll be saving our King ability until the 92% mark. And yeah, this one is completely smashed. Unfortunately, this base did have no chance. RC basically soloed this whole compartment here, which was pretty impressive to see. And I caught my King ability now. Should clear the rest of the buildings. And there we go, absolutely smashed. Let's get into the next hit. Let's go. Alright then, next hit of the day is an Invis Rage Diamond setup, which should be pretty straightforward. My only worry is that hook tower being really annoying, but... what I want to do here is I want to set a path into the town hall for my route riders. And in order to do that, I kind of need to take down this section of the base here. I think I want to work up until that expo. And then I want to turn back and grab the Inferno Tower, if possible. And maybe a little bit ambitious. I think it should work out quite nicely, though. We need to remember we are going to be back to cycle now. So we need to go for another Invis now. My plan here was to use the Invis spell to redirect her like this. And then in hopes that she would go take down that Inferno Tower. Thank you very much, RC. In an ideal world, we'd also get the air defense down. I think we should be able to. Okay, I don't know how the mono just hit my fox. I'm pretty sure that my other thing was behind it. But okay, fine. Okay, we already got a split with the route riders. So that was definitely my fault with the whole placement thing. But we're looking okay. Let's go ahead and trigger this Invis Tower now. And we need to be very careful of this hook tower. It's going to get one hook off, and I'm going to overgrowth the entire thing. So that is exactly to plan so far. Looks like the CC has been lured, so I'm going to poison. Oh, I missed it. I meant... Okay, that's going to be a... Oh, yo. Queen ability forced. Are you being serious? Okay, yeah, that furnace is going to be quite annoying. But it is my fault. Obviously, I mean, I just literally just zoned out. And I thought the hook tower was where the CC was coming out from. It did look like that. To be fair to me, it did look like that. Okay, yeah, no thanks, Mono. I don't want any of your business. Thank you very much. Let's actually overgrowth that Monolith. I do not want... you know, I don't want any of its business. You know what I mean? That Mono is just going to be a pain. I think RC is just going to run into her death now because she's a bit of a crazy bunny sometimes, okay? So, you know, we have to support the RC in her decisions, but I'm not going to say she makes the best decisions. I'm going to say my king ability for when this overgrowth wears off. The Yeti should be able to clear the Invis tower. We'll send in these 2 barbs here. And actually, the RC did a great job at staying alive. Even though she was trying her best to die, she did not get her way this attack. And as you can see, this one is completely smashed. Again, nothing complicated here. I'm just entering into the town hall side. Nice and easy, free value. I messed up my poison, which probably did affect this attack quite significantly. But that was a nice 3-star. I think we've got one more hit to go. Let's get right into it. Alright then, diving right back in, we have ourselves one of these quite common bases, I want to say. And I'm going to aim for a town hall entry with this base. Although maybe it's not even the best entry. I'm thinking maybe mono might be better. Call me a crazy man, but I think the fire spitters are designed to obviously bait you to entering into the town hall side. I've got a feeling his traps are going to be set up in a way that baits you into going to that side. So I'm going to spirit walk here with the plan to enter into the mono in mind. However, if the RC charge somehow manages to get down like a ton of value, say we make it to the fire spitter or something, then I'll just enter town hall side as I assume the attacker wants me to. Oh, sorry, the defender wants me to. And okay, RC is going to go inward, which is definitely going to support my cause of entering into the monolith. So that looks like our most likely outcome here. And okay, well done, Fox. Thank you, Fox. Thank you for your business. Okay, let's bring the CC troops out to the base, and let's get the root riders going inward here. Need to be quick on this first overgrowth spell. Also going to send in 2 headhunters, make sure we can get down that minion prince nice and fast. There we go. Hook tower is going to do its thing now, and let's send in the queen all the way over here. That may look weird. It's going to make sense in a moment, I assume. I hope anyways. Let's get some super barbs in here. And oh no, okay, this is where we could get a split if the RC doesn't go the right way. Okay, thank you, RC. So you can see. Oh, okay, RC, please chill out, man. My word. Okay, I'm going to pop the RC ability here with hopes that she should be able to take down the merge cannon and the hook tower. Don't know why I'm singing, but I kind of got a bit panicky there. We're all good, though. I'm going to probably think about using my warden ability right about now, and unfortunately, I think there's not a lot I can do to save my king. So I'll just pop his ability. And he actually just sniped the poison tower, which is useful. And I'm going to try and swag this last overgrowth spell. I don't think I'm going to need it. We'll use a skelly spell right here behind this fire spitter, try and distract that scat shot and the queen. We'll send in 2 archers, try and get down that storage, because the only way I see me failing this one is with a time fail. So obviously I don't really want to use my overgrowth spell because that would make things worse, obviously. Anyways, moving through here. Skelly spell was actually pretty much swagged. I don't know what I was doing there. RC, as always, runs right ahead of everyone. You know, oh, I'm the RC, let me run ahead of everyone and die. Oh, wow. Congratulations, RC. You are officially as dumb as the warden and the queen. Okay, anyways. 1 healer alive. Don't know where my healers went. Probably just, like, followed a giant into the core or something and got completely baited. And, oh, gosh, am I missing a building somewhere? I get scared. Ever since the incident, the Tesla incident, you guys know what I'm talking about. Ever since the Tesla incident, I've been very, very scared. But anyways, he swag an overgrowth spell. Very happy with this attack. Let's get into the recap for today's video. Okay, so there we go. All of our hits for the day are done. We are currently at 6,175. I still have no idea where I'm resetting in the world. But as you can see, I was able to get the plus 320. Yesterday, we did get the time fail. And as I said, we ended up getting plus 0. I said in the video, oh, I think we can get plus 0. Well, yeah, that is what ended up happening, which is a bit unfortunate. Today, we're also on track for a plus 0. You know, it's not the end of the world. I'm kind of seeing Clash of Clans now as more of like I'm a content creator rather than a Legends pusher. Obviously, my content is completely centered around the competitive side of the game. But pushing right now is so boring. I'm not gonna lie. It's just minus V20, plus V20, and if you fail an attack, you lose trophies, right? So hopefully, when the new rank system comes out, I can go smash it in the hard mode with the battle modifiers because I'm very, very much adapted to hard mode with this army. But that's all I have for you guys in today's video. I hope you did enjoy, and I will see you back again tomorrow for a new video. Goodbye.